Okay guys, this is video 2. We're going to start with example 5. So 5 says 2x plus 5 multiplied by 2x plus 5. So notice that these two things are exactly the same. That has nothing to do with the process. I just want to make you aware of that. So let's pause the video, do this on your own, and see if you can get the correct answer. Let's see how you did. So the first thing you do is take the 2x through. So you take each piece over here through. So 2x times a 2x. 2 times 2 would be 4, and then x times x would be x to the second. Add your exponents there. Then you do 2x times a 5. So 2x times 5 would be 10x. So you add 10x there. Next we take this 5 through. So 5 times 2x, we want to get 10x. And then 5 times 5 would be 25. So now we put like terms together. 4x squared, there's nothing that goes with 4x squared because there's not another x squared, so I just write that down. The 10x and the 10x like terms, so I can put those together and get 20x. And then there's nothing with this 25 that I can have, so I just write 25. And that would be your final answer. Number 6, 4x minus 5 times x minus 6. Let's go ahead and pause the video and do that one by yourself. Alright, and as we come back, let's see what you got. So 4x times x would be 4x squared. 4x times negative 6 would be negative 24x. Then you take the negative 5 through. Negative 5 times x is negative 5x. And negative 5 times negative 6 would be a positive 30. The biggest mistake that students will make on these is a sign mistake. So make sure that you're multiplying correctly and that you're carrying the sign down with it. So now nothing goes with this 4x squared. There's not another x squared in the problem. Negative 24x will go with negative 5x. Negative 24 minus 5 would be negative 29. And then you just keep an x. And then there's nothing to go with a 30, so just bring it down. So that would be your final answer. Alright, let's do number 7. Number 7 needs a little bit of explanation. And we've done this a couple of times in class already, just talking. If I have x plus 7 squared, that means that this whole entire quantity gets multiplied to itself. So under no circumstances do you do this, x squared plus 49. That is the most common mistake. You do not square just the x and then square the 7. You would if it was like this. If the operation was multiplication, you could say that that was 49x squared because both of these gets it. But this says x plus 7 to the second power. So what we have to do there, let me erase all the things that are wrong. What we have to do there is write the parentheses twice. So this is going to be equivalent. Before you can ever do any math, you have to write it out twice. So x plus 7 squared is x plus 7 times x plus 7. Alright? So now let's go ahead and do that. X times x would be x squared. X times 7 would be 7x. Now take the 7 through. 7 times x would be 7x. And 7 times 7 would be 49. Put like terms together. X squared has nothing to go with it, so you just bring it down. Then 7x plus 7x, those go together to be 14x. And then nothing goes with the 49, so bring it down as well. And that would be your answer. Right, let's do number 8. 8 says x minus 2 squared. So keep in mind it's this quantity squared. So let's pause the video and see if you can do that on your own. Now that we're back, let's see how you did. So when you have something like this and it's got subtraction or addition, you have to write that parentheses twice. So that means x minus 2 times x minus 2. Now we go ahead and start the process. Take the x through. So x times x would be x squared. X times negative 2 would be negative 2x. Negative 2 times x would be negative 2x. And negative 2 times a negative 2 would be positive 4. Putting like terms together. Nothing goes with the x squared. This negative 2x and negative 2x would go together to be negative 4x. And nothing goes with the 4, so I bring it down. That will be your final answer. Alright, the last problem, number 9. It's 3x plus 1 squared. So let's go ahead and pause the video and you do that one on your own. And now that we're back, let's see how you did. So if I have 3x plus 1 squared, that means I have to write that twice. Then I can multiply. So the first thing I need to do is take this 3x through. So 3x times a 3x, 3 times 3 is 9, and then x squared. 3 times 1 would be positive 3x. Now take the next one through. 1 times 3x would be 3x. And then 1 times 1 would be 1. Put like terms together. So you'd have 9x squared plus 6x plus 1. And that would be your final answer. Alright, underneath, where it says more examples, we're going to do a few more examples. I'm going to put 3 up here. We're going to pause the video. And then when you come back, we're going to see how well you did with them. So the first one, 3x plus 2 times 2x minus 1. The second one, let's do 2x minus 3 squared. And for number 12, let's do 5x plus 3 times 5x minus 3. So pause the video and see how well you can do on those 3. Now that we're back, let's see. So on number 10, you're going to take the 3x through first. So 3x times 2x would be 6x squared. 3x times negative 1 would be negative 3x. So you took the first one through both of them. Now the 2. 2 times 2x would be positive 4x. And 2 times negative 1 would be negative 2. This and this will go together because they're like terms. So your end answer should be 6x squared plus x minus 2. Alright, let's look at number 11. If I have 2x minus 3 squared, the first thing I have to do is write that twice and then multiply. So let's take 2x through. So you have 2x times 2x would be 4x to the second. 2x times a negative 3 would be negative 6x. Negative 3 times a 2x would be negative 6x. And negative 3 times a negative 3 would be positive 9. Please make sure that you don't mess up on your signs. So 4x squared doesn't go with anything, so drop it down. And then these two things would go together. Negative 6x minus 6x would be negative 12x. And then 9 has nothing to go with it, so I drop that down. And that would be your end answer. Alright, in the last problem, number 12, same process as before. So take the 5x through. 5x times 5x and 5x times negative 3. So 5x times 5x would be 25x to the second. 5x times negative 3 would be negative 15x. Then take the 3 through. 3 times 5x would be positive 15x. And 3 times a negative 3 would be negative 9. So now let's put like terms together. 25x squared. Negative 15x and positive 15x would go together, but they cancel out to 0, so you do not have to write them. Negative 15 plus 15 would be 0. And then negative 9 can drop down. And that's the end of this video. Get started on your homework and good luck.